welcome back to Gaming for Science and Horizon Forbidden West. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode, I think, or it might be even a long one, really depending if I can find a good place to stop. It'll be all main quest focused. We're just going to start off finishing up some conversations here. We did the rest on the previous episode, and yeah, then we'll go talk to Gaia and just crack on.
There she is. Heard you had an interesting time at Thebes.
Maniacs, lava.
Yeah, so we've gotten the Omega level clearance now. So now we can
At least I got what we needed
try to get
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear
exactly.
ready.
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine,
Oh,
Eric.
Eren, no. You'll be okay, yeah.
What else have you been studying with your focus?
Yeah, I've been looking into this Vegas place you found.
Oh, I know. It's ready to
Gaia
get.
showed us everything that happened when you went to get that Poseidon thing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this Merlin guy seems pretty smart. Though, risking the Tanakh clan lands for a light show is a bold move.
Maybe I should check up on them at some point. Just in case.
Right.
Ah, it's like, hello, there's another side quest there, or something like that.
Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
Oh.
I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
Yes. This conversation are like nice to like catch up on what just happened as well, I feel like. So it's quite a good entry point to an
From
episode.
the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone
Exactly.
ready to
Everything
head out
is
to Cauldron
mentioned.
Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
I see all of us settled in nicely.
Our new Quen friend? The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Yeah, that's Alva for you.
Yeah.
Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
No.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging thunderjaws.
Better them than us.
Yeah, I don't like them, the jaws, I don't like them. I keep saying that.
I should go get this to Gaia.
Of course. Let us know when we're needed.
I think we are missing one, right? Where is the...
Plugging in
I
that
always
power
forget.
cell
Here we
downstairs
go.
must have turned on these holograms.
Oh, did I miss that? Kotalo!
Well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
Oh. Okay. The sound is fine. Yes,
How are your
okay.
studies going?
I wanted
I
to
know if
learn
something
more
happened or
about the
not.
world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by... a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris. And pointless death.
That about sums it up. Anything else you've been looking at with that focus?
Gaia showed me the knowledge you recovered out in the desert. I am no chaplain, but I'd be curious to test if something I read is true.
What is it?
The Old Ones believed one could hear the great waters, even in the middle of the desert, if you carried the carcass of a water animal with you. They called them seashells.
That sounds kind of gross. Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regalla's tremor tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
Ah, so we're not getting the arm immediately.
Then
Okay,
do not let me keep you.
Fine. Fine, Kotalo.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regalla's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the Ten
What a
guide
reminder.
your way.
Fine. Okay. Well, I guess what might happen now is that I might stop by there on the way into the main quest. Okay, fine, but we're gonna go to Gaia first, you know, being efficient and all of that stuff.
Welcome back.
So should have one more of these now.
Okay, data module's in.
Error. Drone offline.
What is this one? That is San Francisco. Let's see. Come on, come on.
An
Yeah.
excellent choice.
Damn. Boom. Okay. That looks good.
Aloy, I know
Ah,
your
and she
experience
turns
in
it off.
Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you?
Of course,
to
there's a
Gemini?
new problem.
The
Of
rig
course.
is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct, but the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take
the hell?
35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately
damn, okay.
4.5 hours.
Okay.
So we're just gonna convince Beta to come along.
Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
What?
Okay.
Don't be mean, Aloy. Come on. I think Gaia has a bit more to say, right? Yeah.
Aloy, I
Yeah.
believe Varl is still waiting for you, outside Beta's room.
I know. I just wanted to talk about something else first.
As you wish.
I feel like we were really deprioritizing Beta.
How's all of us settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that. So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go
Let's
over
go
it again.
over it again. Let's go over
As
it
you
again.
wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your alpha clearance.
Which is why I got Ted Farrow's Omega clearance.
Correct. While you were gone, Beta constructed the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
Because the work will be split between you and Beta, it will take approximately 4.5 hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan. So I found Thebes. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen.
I mean, he's basically already managed to do that somehow, just with his
Aside from Gaia Prime and
offspring
Thebes,
kind of thing,
there was
I
one
guess.
other underground facility that was
His
sealed before the
reincarnations.
Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal
I know
species.
This was
Eleutheria
not
responsible
great
for
out though, but I know I've had this
nurturing a
before.
new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving.
It's a good reminder
organizing,
anyway, to be
disseminating
fair.
Vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
Ted. Guess he got what he deserved. in the
Because we
end.
get this.
Yes. An igneous conclusion to his pathological
Like that, we get that
narcissism, impulsive
difference in
tendencies,
last
and instability.
comment at the end, I guess.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing
Yeah, this is
density,
again, this is the same again, I
empowering
think.
my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
I guess I should get going.
As you say. Be well, Aloy.
Okay. Let's head out. But let's see, where did... So where does Kotalo want us to go? Up there. And then where is the main quest? Oh, did I forget? I honestly forgot that I had to go down. Oh wow. Let's get Beta.
Aloy,
There we go.
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
Is everyone, even the nice people, treat her like this? I don't know, I don't know. I don't know, man. She didn't have Aloy's adopted father, you know?
Beta.
Told you.
You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you.
We can be loving sometimes, you know?
Promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, If the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again.
Oh no.
Do you understand?
No, that's not happening.
Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet and...
Danced on ice.
That doesn't sound safe.
Does sound fun, though.
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be checking up on you? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded intense. Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths. So, no more reading.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data helped me realize something. You know, the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. Our future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Thank you, Erend. I'm glad you're with me.
Okay, enough. I'm gonna get emotional.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
What about Catalo?
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
I should go.
Oh.
Same here. I got a date with a cauldron to prepare for.
Oh.
Aloy, everything okay with you and Beta? It sounded like you guys had a, lively conversation.
We just had a lot to talk about.
Does this mean she's coming with us to Gemini?
It does. I hope you're ready to rein in the most stubborn AI of all time.
That's what all this was for, wasn't it?
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our survival. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny. How does everyone seem to you?
Anxious, but ready. I heard Catalo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
I hope they aren't needed.
Like I said, just in case.
Any last findings you want to share before leaving?
Not really. Though I've reached a decision.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together, I want to return to the Nora. Spread what I've learned.
You think they'll listen to you?
In time, I believe so.
If anyone can make it happen, it's you, Varl. What will you and Zoe do if you go back to the Embrace?
I hope she'll come with me. At least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you will. I hope firing off those pulse generators will be enough to distract the Zeniths.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good quality to have when dealing with you.
Yeah, right. You were right, you know. about keeping Rost's memories buried. I guess part of me thought he was holding me back, because he wanted me to be a Nora. But the truth is, he gave me a lot. And I took him for granted.
He was a good man. He raised you well.
I'm glad you're coming with me, Varl.
Sure there's no urge to run off alone in there somewhere?
No more running.
Sure she will find a way. Oh. Another side quest? No.
Hey, we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. You good with the plan?
I've already got the location of my assigned cauldron.
Good.
I heard you and Beta had a talk.
News travels fast.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
There were just things that needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them, as the Utaru say.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon. And war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red Raids. But the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word I read from our ancient past, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that ours could flourish. Fighting for that gift, it's our responsibility. If we fail, it was all for naught.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varl.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have talked to her about this, right? There is no
We
more,
should go.
As soon as you
nothing
intend
more
to
to
leave
do
for
on that
Gemini,
front at the moment,
You'll
because
hear
I had
about
the big event basically, all the singing machines. Is there like a follow-up that's expected? No. That side quest is like a lot later, I guess.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. I was just studying the pulse generator schematics. The ones Gaia and Beta built. The craftsmanship is remarkable. Is everything alright? It sounded like there was an
Everyone wants to talk
issue
about
with
it.
Beta and the mission.
Not anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
I guess some
Understand one
travels,
another
even
is
though it's
so
like in the
much truth.
basement, right?
Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
I guess we'll be giving Beta some
Any
time
more data
after all.
catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming to think about.
Even
The
so,
Sini's are not on the moon, right?
Gwen are way ahead
So,
of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff.
I mean, I
When
wonder
grew
if,
up, everyone thought that
we'll be going to
stars were
Sirius or
sparks that
something.
rose from a fire lit
or
by
the moon,
goddess
I
to guide us
guess,
through the
in a
night.
future game. No, why not?
Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. So seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
If you need anything before heading out to the cauldrons,
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail, as expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Kotalo.
It's like,
You know?
oh bye.
In case the Zeniths show up.
what kind of advice?
He, told me to run.
For now. We'll even you out soon enough.
Nice.
Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive.
But like, it's very
And
likely.
here on Earth, right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me's curious to know.
She's been fighting with us
besides
before. She
Eric
knows what she's
Fisker
doing.
Might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy to the old ones. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans.
Oh.
But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
It's good to find out.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. So the legacy tells us, anyway. If we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
So I think, yeah, I'll do this side quest
Make sure you
when
talk to Gaia if you have any questions about the pulse generators.
I get the
May
flying
path lead to
thing,
truth.
or I'm able to do the other side quest that's locked at the moment,
And like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
because I think that's
We'll
flying
find the data
related.
you're after.
I appreciate it.
So now I'll be back in San Fran anyway. So I'm guessing Kotalo might have something to say as well. Even though we just
Aloy,
spoke to him as well.
Are you well?
Had a bit of an issue with Beta. It's
She's spreading the rumor herself at this point. It's like, why not?
I'm not surprised.
really. Why not?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was deeply uncomfortable for him.
Did he ever get over it?
In time. But not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single combat challenge.
Ah. Well, at least I avoided that. You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best.
Jesus, man.
Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
I should go get ready.
I await your orders.
Okay. So I think this is gonna be a long episode because we just spent 35 minutes talking. So what I'll do before going back to Gaia now to start the mission, start the main mission, we're gonna get Kotalo his arm. And hopefully that will make him more efficient, perhaps, for the whatever he's doing. I don't know if it will actually matter, but if he's like, oh, if I can get him his arm, or a arm, right? And then it becomes his arm. I don't know, man. But so then yeah, I think that's a good option. Seems reasonable. Might as well listen to the rumors. Might as well.
Be careful if you're traveling southwest, champion. Rebels have set up camp in the hills. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to dig your grave.
Thanks for the warning.
Another rebel camp.
Hand dealing with
If you walk by, you'll miss out on a good trade.
You say so, would? So we're gonna go here.
chill air is prickling my lungs.
Is there like a stash here and stuff? No, there's not, no. I feel like I'm missing a healing potion, maybe? But that should be all good. Like, that water must be freezing, right? Okay.
This is where Kotalo wanted us to test out his new arm. I'm not sure what he's planning. I should let him know I'm around.
We'll get him
hey,
here.
Kotalo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
Let's see.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
Alright. Okay. So I'm just gonna take a quick break here, but this episode will be continuing, and like this. Boom. Okay, we're back.
No one is
Or no,
mountain.
never actually ever gone. What? Something like that. You're right, exactly.
Fly to find out what happened to Farika.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, talk to me, Kotalo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan.
Doesn't look that bad, right?
But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
Damn! That arm looks good. You've even done some of the painting and everything, so it's all matchy. Is it missing a finger?
After you.
I mean, okay.
Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Sure.
Frost ammo would work.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. Frost and shock. Load things up. Okay. Easy. Critical hits. Let's go. One more? No. Aha. Okay. Stuck. Right, sort of stuck at least. Boom. Okay. Easy. A trophy as well, okay.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The 10 be with you, Aloy.
Uh-huh. No. No. Whoa. Okay, I'm not gonna chuck in some skill points as well then. I guess. Bolt blaster. What am I doing now? Sir, infiltrator, no, nothing. Which one of these am I using? Is it this one? Melee might. No. Critical boost. Not sure which one of these I'm using. Let's see. I think maybe it's this one. Power shots. No, actually not. Survivor. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it is this one. So I'm gonna upgrade it. And we'll sort of try to stick to it. And that's all fine. I'll grab this anyway, even though I'm not sure how beneficial it will be to me. And the healing and the stamina again. There we go. Okay. Now, yeah, we'll go back to the closest campfire. Oh, he actually wants to see us back there, or is that back on the main? Yeah, it's back on the main quest. Yeah, this will do. We're doing that one later. So now we're just gonna go to Gemini. Like I have too much electricity stuff right now compared to everything else, but it is what it is. That's the best way in. But like when I put the fast travel on the base itself, I end up on the other side, and that's when I have to climb up, I think. So yeah, this just feels faster to me.
Welcome back. Hello, Aloy.
So, I guess you heard all that below? With Beta?
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships.
Everyone hears it.
Circumstances that led to your quarrel. I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
Let's continue the conversation, because that's what we do.
So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us, until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships, different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as two miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia.
Oh.
When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons.
Okay. Yeah, no. Should be alright. Elizabeth, or this place. That one is not grayed out as well.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. Did all that she could.
Is this like Aloy being destined to be alone as well? Let's hopefully change that, right?
So what will happen to this place?
I mean, she has her family here. That's not a bad family, right? So, you know, technically not alone. Big difference.
As Minerva will no longer be masking this location, the facility will be exposed to detection. Though without my presence, it is unlikely to attract attention.
Let's hope so.
Alright. Let's go then.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
I like this moment. I'm enjoying this so much. Oh, we cleared out the cauldron already. Kind of. Okay, fine. We didn't have to do that. I was expecting that for some reason.
Alright, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too.
Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off.
These two cores were also a lot more together than I had the impression that they were, right?
The beast.
They had to be a lot farther away, but okay.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime. Activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
Oh no. He got away, right? Yeah.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come.
Let's go, world.
They're onto us.
Oh shit. That one, okay.
Stay back.
Give me the info, please. What was that? That's some poison. Come on. I thought I could dodge there.
Aloy, get a hand over here.
Oh no.
Draw it away from Beta.
Come on, world.
Stay back.
I can keep going.
Get back.
Oh, you're wounded.
To the fight. Over here, you.
Oh, you're wounded.
I'm asking for this because I'm just too
Aloy, get a hand over here.
trying too hard to get the hits in. Yeah, I deserved that. That was bad. First things first, I'm definitely gonna get rid of the smaller one. The
Or I'll stay here. Protect
keep
Beta.
wanting to call them Prowlers, but I know this one.
Be careful.
That's not what it is. Ravager. And then come on. Come on. Really? Really? No. No. Alright.
Or I'll stay here. Protect Beta.
Let's get rid of the Ravager. See, I'm saying that,
Be
right?
careful.
Stay back.
Come on. Wow. Wow, okay. they just...
Over here, you!
Come on. This...
Oh, you're wounded.
Aloy, get a hand over here!
Okay.
Acid's corroding its armor.
Draw it away from
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, World can get up, he can get up, it's fine, it's fine.
Stay back.
No. Come on, come on. Done, okay.
Get back. Over here, you!
Oi, oi. Okay, here we go, okay. Now I feel better about the whole thing, for sure. Poison seems to attach very easily.
Aloy, need a hand over here.
Do you need a hand? I'm the one being attacked at this point.
Draw it away from Beta.
Okay. Trying his Valor blasting. And he ran away. Of course he did. Working, come on. Almost there.
That's all of them for now.
Hi.
You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here.
Let's go.
I'll get the cracked core. I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime. Keep her safe, Val.
On my life.
Yeah, up there, yeah, that's where we saw it went.
Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Whoa!
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up.
Okay.
I'm almost there.
You know, I was supposed to do something, but yeah, okay.
Hephaestus is up to something, all right.
Let's see.
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding too.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and make sure I pick up the boxes so I can actually heal myself. Because something is coming for sure. And I got my berries.
I gotta find where Hephaestus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go.
I go to the right because that's of course right.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Most. No, not all the time. No.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate it. The shared node you can override. Near the central platform.
Thanks.
Okay. Sure. I'll take that. What's in here? Loot? Or nothing? Nothing. Just a vent that I can open. No.
No good. Can't use the forecaster on that.
Okay. Take up everything.
Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Ice. Ice, ice, baby. This has to be one of the best weapons, right? Wait. Oh, it's like a raptor thing. Okay, okay. What? Okay.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
See, there's some benefits to there being two of us at least, yeah. Not just that it was faster to do the thing, or was supposed to be faster once we get to it, I guess.
Sounds
But
like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
Energy containment failed. Settings override.
Great. Festus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
hey, a motivated beta. Would you look at that? So next one. Where is it? There we go. Hello there. Time for a coffee sip, I think.
There should be another node to override.
Got it.
It's just a bit crowded at the moment. We will be alright. Yeah, strike from above, strike from above. We don't need the rest. Oh, they don't see us, right? They're not seeing us. Very good, very good. Am I able to get on top of it somehow from here? No way, right? There was one just under here. Long leg. Another one of these. you come to me, come to me. There we go. Noise. Okay. There we go. Went like here, right? There we go. There, and here we go, and here we go. Keep saying that. This is a rather successful adventure, though, I would say.
Oh, here we go again.
That doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
Fuck. I keep saying that. Oh, wait, I'm getting a bit stressed, I think. Grimhorn. That shouldn't be that bad. Okay, poison and water. Water. I jumped up. Oh my god, okay. I gotta stop moving. Jeez. I thought I did it, but no. Okay, fine. That's not vulnerability spot. Well, should have checked, I guess. Damn. I'm stuck, I see.
There, she's vulnerable.
Wow. Okay. Is that noise? And then there's just over there, there's one more. Wow. I feel like I hit the component, right?
Okay.
That was not actually a knockdown, I see. That wasn't knockdown.
Access restored. Now you can open it.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
The machine Hephaestus was building. It must have finished it.
Oh, it's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe.
Okay, so let's see what's in the big green pond. I was hoping that there was some berries in there at least. I'm gonna grab this one here, and then we will go. I'm noticing that these are like abundant stashes of berries, which is why there's more than one, which is quite nice. Should have re-killed, but whatever.
I should scan it first.
No!
I think it's charging up. Finished charging. It's covered in plasma.
I don't know what exactly, honestly, it was trying to do. I shouldn't take any damage while the plasma is coming up. Ah, okay, so I didn't take any damage because I didn't take any damage, basically. Right. I think that's how it works.
Charging up again.
Oi! What? How did I not get hit by that? Oh, I thought I loaded it up. Okay, shit. Okay. That's a bug? A bug or something? Okay. And now freeze him again. It was water the second one, right? So, like, nah.
It's done.
I think that went very well. I scanned this one, so I don't know if I have scanned all the machines, I guess.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
But I hope this could be like a missable one, I guess. But it seems always okay. Was still easier than a Thunderjaw, in my humble opinion. To be fair, a Thunderjaw in this space would be intense as well.
No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Paul. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Wholesome teamwork. Don't have to do this alone anymore, Aloy. That's what everybody's thinking, right? Going through this. I keep saying, like, Aloy is so alone, you know? Yeah. Now we need some forest unit intrusion or something, right?
The bypass is done.
Let's do it.
The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained.
And we better get started with
Oh, it's all done. Okay.
It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
So now it's just 3.5 hours of waiting. And then like that.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Is this Sobex only wall, you know, so you stay out of the way? Feels good, feels good. Here they come.
Well, hello, redundant copy. You've cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it. Get behind me. Come on! Quit screwing around.
No, no, no.
Fun, right?
Not wars. She couldn't do it now.
Finally.
Of course, but...
Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport.
Fuck. What?
Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her!
Matilda is a good one. Oh my god. What? The world, man.
Beta.
Why? Why him?
Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you.
The loyal one, basically.
I imagine you must still be in a
And
great
got us
deal
through
of
everything, saved our
pain.
lives.
I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay.
Well, okay. I mean, might as well accept all the twists and turns at this point, but I don't know if I want to play anymore with that world, honestly. Like, the fuck. He was like the one motivator that pushed Aloy not to be alone anymore. I mean, Eren came, of course. It's just, World like made it happen. He made this shit happen.
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
Are we inside a
Painting Jeremiah,
machine or something?
in mourning,
Mourning what?
his home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. My favorite pairing on the left is woman reading a letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, woman reading music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later.
The statues as well. I don't know anything about art, but it's very cool.
Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple.
Oh no! My video.
Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's
It's art.
sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Works of art such as these can often cause us to look inwards at our own lives. I'm sorry about your friend. Had I been able to intervene, I would have. But the risk of losing you as well was too great.
Everything went by in a blur. I couldn't get to him.
You know, long before holograms and focus recordings, people relied on art to memorialize their loved ones. Because of works like this painting, their lives are immortalized. Rembrandt had 4 children by his wife. All but Titus died shortly after she gave birth to them. She passed not long after that. Titus became the only family Rembrandt had.
Which is why he painted him this way.
Indeed. Then tragedy struck again. Disease claimed Titus at 26. It's almost as if Rembrandt painted the future, closing in on him. Rembrandt actually painted several portraits of Titus, but this one has always been my favorite. It's honest.
What do you mean?
In others, Titus was portrayed in brighter, livelier states, but here, Rembrandt allows himself to express his true feelings. Sorrow, fear, hope, love. Laid bare on canvas for all time. I see this one resonates deeply with you.
Is there more to say about the other ones as well?
About Jeremiah. If he knew his home would be destroyed, why didn't he save the people? Why save those relics?
He tried, but no one would listen to his warning, so he saved what he could.
But how did he know?
He was a prophet. He saw an army invade and destroy the city in a vision.
So it's more like he calculated which side would win a battle.
What matters is that he was right in the end. If not for him, all those wonders would have been lost forever. At least this way, some part of his world survived. You know what I like the most about this piece? Even though he's the sole survivor, his home in ruins, left with only the remnants of his world. The light keeps the shadows at bay.
There's still hope.
Precisely. Take as long as you like.
Why do you keep the forgery?
I've always enjoyed studying the two side by side. Both painters capture light, color, and perspective. But what makes one a masterpiece and the other simply an imitation?
The forgery looks sharper?
Yeah.
Good eye. The details are crisp. The contrast bold. It tells us more, and yet we feel less.
What's in the letter?
Who can say? What does the painting tell you?
She's concerned. Whatever's written in the letter troubles her. A burden she can't put down.
Fascinating.
Why go through so much effort to make a fake masterpiece?
The forger initially painted under his own name, but found little success. His work was considered unremarkable. But when he took on the guise of Vermeer, suddenly it was celebrated as extraordinary.
But it was a lie. And he knew it.
Sometimes we struggle to glean what is real and imagined, even within ourselves. The irony of these two is that Vermeer died in obscurity. He had no idea his work would become some of the most precious, most copied, most preserved pieces in all history.
So this one is sharper, and that because it forces, or like because it gives you less to interpret, or like to investigate in the photo, to like make clear of yours, to gain clarity yourself, if that even makes sense. It makes you feel and think less because everything is already clear in the painting, and then in this one, because it's less sharp, you spend time thinking more about it. I don't know, and that allows you to feel more things about it. I don't know, no idea. This one I'm just gonna look at it because of the video.
Be together?
I don't even know why I'm worried, because it's an art piece, but you know, I don't wanna
So when she fell in love with Endymion, she could only visit him
have any issues with it, because obviously it's
But then wouldn't she be breaking that
it's
vow?
an art piece and everything, right?
Think of it as a forbidden love.
And this is set for charity,
Those
so
circumstance keeps
don't
them
want
apart.
anything
Still, they
lost
find a way to
once
come
this becomes
together, however
monetized.
briefly.
Hopefully it eventually becomes monetized, right?
Aren't Celine and Endymion cold?
Perhaps we should move on to another piece. Shall we move on?
Okay. I think she agreed.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an
Is she-
influential citizen.
She Dutch or
In
German?
my day. But not as influential as you've been.
This last name is more Dutch, right?
The militia. They look disorganized.
Where others painted such scenes in a stiff and stationary manner, Rembrandt chose to show them in action, preparing to march. He wanted them to feel alive. You can almost hear the commotion.
Who's the girl in the painting?
She's a strange one, isn't she? Bathed in light, though no one is paying attention to her. Many believe she's a symbol of the militia. A physical manifestation of their spirit, if you will.
But she's not real?
What's real in a painting? She's meant to represent the militia's virtue and victory. But I like to think they underestimate her. She looks as if she's seen something. What does she know? What secrets does she keep? There's so much detail to take in, isn't there? The Gust.
I didn't expect we would be looking at art immediately after World getting offed.
Maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it.
Where is the ship going?
To a faraway land, most likely. My ancestors used ships like these to explore the world, sometimes at great cost.
What were they looking for?
Anything of value. They were traders willing to face unknown dangers to make their fortunes. But no matter how far they went, they always turned their sails home.
So this Van de Velde only painted ships?
It was his specialty. following in the footsteps of his father, Willem the Elder. The two had quite a journey of their own, taking them all the way to the court of a foreign kingdom.
Did they ever come home?
No, but eventually their lives' work did. Take your time. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Von Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Von Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
If this ewer was a memorial, how did you end up with it?
As the Pharaoh swarm closed in, my homeland's greatest museum gave it to me, along with many other works, in the hope that I could preserve them. A masterpiece like this was too important to lose to history. I even considered bringing it with me off-world to ensure its safety.
Why didn't you?
I took a calculated risk. This vault seemed more secure than the unknowns of space. Besides, I thought someday I might return. A long life, after all, has its advantages. Now, lo and behold, here I am. Exquisite, isn't it?
A lot of weight on his shoulders. I know the feeling.
This is Atlas? Or what?
I should move on. She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grief. It's hard to watch her suffer. I should move on.
Whew. Art life into military life? Or is this just like more boxes with art, I guess? Yeah. This has to be stored in a specific temperature and stuff, I guess.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
So we lost both Gaia and Hephaestus, or what? As well as the other things. As the people,
the one
of
you
course.
recreated for beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it?
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
She's a shadow broker.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the Earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a birth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus. By tapping them, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Farzenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
So all of these done. I feel like I don't trust her like 100%. I feel like either she's good or else she's like the actual end boss of the game, you know?
First Varl, now Hikaru and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
She doesn't know what Aloy said. Seriously, just dying to get this info.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're
Exactly.
planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things
From
your
the
way,
air.
I know of
Okay,
something
okay.
that will
That's
truly
when we
help
get
you
flying?
make a grand entrance with the
Okay,
Tanakh.
okay. This seems like flying. I think
The
it
ancient
does.
Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise.
That's like a mini nuke or something?
I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... We're back at base. What happened?
It might be
Where's
easier
the
to
tank?
explain in
Okay.
person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay, we'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
So Wings of the Ten is a prerequisite for the side quest in San Francisco as well. Jesus Christ, okay. All the makings of the next big thing, a much ballyhooed acquisition from an art historian to a technologist no less, bleeding edge science and a great narrative to boot. The application was called Wysit, after Young Christ in the Temple, a well-known Vermeer forgery, I see, by creating the perfect holographic sense of individual layers of a painting and comparing them to a vast library of artistic works. It was able to identify fakes with an unprecedented level of accuracy. It was clear to Sterling executives that the program's ability to match and identify patterns had broad applications outside of the art world. As a tool for security, counter surveillance, and digital authentication, it could prove to be just as revolutionary as it had in its intended role, which is why they were willing to sign a 9-figure agreement for it, blasting news of the deal to every outlet in the tech media. 2 years later, the project collapsed in a chaotic jumble of lawsuits, recriminations, and accusations of sabotage. So what went wrong? Who was responsible? And most importantly, what happened to the underlying technology, which by all accounts was far more powerful than the vaporware label applied by disgraced executives due to the data image? So she stopped it at some point and used it all for herself or something? I don't know. Yeah, Tilda is definitely a very cool character. Really like her a lot as a character. I was hoping we would see her again. Oh, nice.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Oof. Are you able to get up? Yeah. But damn. How did it go from like World Being Dead to there's like all the emotions of that just being completely distracting, all of those emotions? I don't know, they were like pushed aside for art, and like I know like how people can find a lot in art and that's very powerful and many things, but it's like, oh my god, how did they even come up with that idea? Apparently there's a metal flower here or something on the other side. Okay. I don't know why I need to go up here or not. I just... Oof. That's breakfast, okay. Aye. Anything else here? I will be able to go up. I don't see anything like this, at least. The flower is there. We can't get into it from here, I guess. Wow, okay. Drop. Come on. Now.
Hand cutter's working.
Just a bunch of valuables, which is nice as well. Just a box. Okay, all good then. Break this or no? Okay. Fine. I feel like my emotions are all over the place as well at this point. I don't know how to feel about this quest, but it was a ride, and that's what we signed up for at least. There's a machine over there. I'm gonna try to go back to base immediately. I need to get to the campfire.
The machine will shrug off acid. No good.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Whew. I do have to end it, so I'm gonna end the. Actually, I have to end the episode here. But yes, we'll start the next episode. Burying World. Oh my god! And then we're gonna learn how to bloody fly, and we're gonna learn how to do this side quest over here or something, and then we're gonna get silenced to do what we want to do, and then we're gonna get Beta back, we're gonna get Gaia back, and then we're gonna fix the world or something like that at least. If there's no more twists, of course, but who knows? Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, that was intense. Next episode we are burying a companion. Wait. Okay. What a weird emotional ride that episode was. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you're watching this, the next episode will be recorded. The rest of the series is pretty much recorded, so you don't have to worry about anything. But yeah, thank you again. Do like and subscribe, and yeah. Okay, bye.